Motherfucking day 2! I'm actually sticking to it. I wonder how long I'm gonna be able to keep this up. Let's see. Day 2. Let me fix that camera. I just got home from work, and today is completely fucking exhausting. My ears are really clogged. I don't know why. I'm tired despite sleeping for almost 12 hours. I think I got like 10 hours of sleep. But I've had a very long day. This morning, I woke up and my snake was missing. My cat went into my fucking snake tank last night while I was asleep, I guess. And she tore it open and the snake got loose. But luckily I found him and he's okay, so that's good. But it was just a very like, wake up, oh my god, panic right away. And that kind of threw me off my game. Then I went to therapy and... You know, as much as I like to say she's shit, because most free therapists in Winnipeg are shit, she just being able to sit down and voice my own thoughts with somebody who isn't involved in my life is really helpful. So she might not be like the absolute greatest therapist ever because she doesn't really challenge me that much, but I think she's definitely helped me gain a sense of clarity and a sense of confidence. Just being there to reassure me that what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling is rational. Because I had been in abusive relationships for so fucking long that I started to question my own thought processes. And that in itself led me down a winding road of not knowing who I was, what I was doing. You know, I lost my entire sense of self. So I am a very smart woman. I am a very intuitive woman. You're a fucking troublemaker, you little shit. You almost killed the snake, you shit fuck. Yeah, but it is nice to have that reassurance of just like, yeah, you're doing good, like, holy shit, cool, do the things. So that was nice. Sitting here thinking lately, oh god, with the guy that I tried to see, I have a very bad habit of jumping in head first and falling really fucking hard, really fucking quick. And I know that that stems from my deep longing for belonging. A deep longing for belonging? Sure, let's go with that. So for me, being able to be aware of why that happens is a very good start. But sometimes I can't help it. You know, I meet a guy and he just starts checking off all of these boxes, and I hadn't had that happen before. My last relationship, if you can even really call it a relationship, was in the summer, and I attempted to date a poly couple, and everything in my being was telling me, no, this is a bad idea, but I was like, fuck it, you know what, let's take a chance, let's experience something new, let's go into this with an open mind and see what happens. Didn't go well at all. The people I was involved with really just didn't they didn't do poly properly, and they weren't emotionally and mentally mature enough to be able to do it in a way that would be beneficial for everyone involved. But anyways, between that and then all of my relationships before that just being extremely toxic and damaging, it was very refreshing to finally meet a man who I genuinely respected and looked up to, and he was very inspiring, is very inspiring, I shouldn't say was, but this guy, like, I have this ideal image of what I deserve, because now that I've been doing enough self-work, I've learned how to differentiate the qualities in a guy that might initially attract me to him, which usually isn't healthy because I've yet to have a positive male role model or positive male relationship in my entire life. You know, I haven't had a dad around who treated me very well. I haven't been in a relationship with any guys that had respected me. So I have this mental list of everything that I want my future potential partner, who will eventually turn into my husband, I hope. I don't really see a point in dating someone if you aren't wanting to eventually marry that human being. And if you're dating somebody as a temporary relationship, then you guys both need to make that clear, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. So it was really refreshing, but also very scary to finally meet a man completely unexpectedly, who checked off all of these fucking boxes, and I was just completely awestruck. I was like, I wasn't expecting this at all. I wasn't looking for it. It honestly just like landed in my lap, and I was like, wait, what? You've been here the whole time? And I just, he's somebody that I've worked with for 3 years now, and there just was always situations where the first year we worked together, he had a girlfriend. So when somebody has a girlfriend or a boyfriend, that person is completely off the table unless I know for a fact they are polyamorous. And even then, that's not usually something that I like to get involved in, because now that I've done some self-evaluating and learning about who I am, it's something that I was curious about at one point in my life, but I don't believe that I am a polyamorous person deep down. So if I meet you and you have a partner, I am not going to be able to view you as a potential partner. That's just how my brain works. So first year he had a girlfriend. Second year was very chaotic. I received I don't want to call it a promotion, but I was given a lot more responsibilities than I was expecting for the year. So I was busy with that, and I had just gone through a very, very sloppy breakup with an ex-boyfriend who was still in my life. I was trying to help him out. I did love him very much, but unfortunately, he chose drugs over me, and he lied straight to my face on way too many occasions, and he started to put my life into danger. So I had to let go of that, but I was still trying to support him and encourage him to heal himself, and I was the only positive role model in his life at the time, so it was very hard for me to let go of him. And I was dealing with that the second year that me and this fellow that I was seeing were working together, and now this being the third year that we've been working together, we started working a little bit closer, and I started to get to know him as an actual individual rather than just somebody that I was working with. So I did not expect it at all. I didn't realize that who he was outside of work was a completely different person than who he was at work. And I mean, I'm the same way, so I guess I get it, but I really wasn't expecting it. So anyways, yeah, so we ended up going out and things went really well, and it seems like we're very compatible. I still like the guy so fucking much, but he's at a point in his life where he doesn't feel like he's capable of having a relationship, and he still has some things that he needs to figure out, and of course I respect that. I'm very glad and actually more attracted to him now that I have seen that he is self-aware enough and respects me enough to say, hey, I can't give you what you want, I can't give you what you need, and it's not right for me to keep going with this, so I need to let go and let you do you, and I'm gonna go figure my shit out. And that was really, I mean, it sucks because I do like him a lot, but I also completely understand where he's coming from, and I'm now learning how to mourn what could have been, but I need to stop focusing on what could have been and start focusing on what is. And what is right now is me finally feeling like I have all of the tools that I need in my life to now progress in a positive manner. I'm recognizing so many qualities in myself that I have never had before, and comparing who I am now to who I was in 2017, now that 2018, wow, that's gonna take a while for me. That's the second time I've fucked that up. I'm like, woo, happy 2018 at New Year's. We were doing a New Year's episode of we were doing a New Year's episode of our review videos for Lingerie Lowdown, and I was like, happy 2018, like a fucking idiot. But anyways, comparing who I was from 2017 to 2018, and then from 2018 until now, yesterday I didn't make a very detailed video because I was going through a lot. I realized that my life has done a complete change. Like, I can't even explain or express to you guys the amount of difference between my situation now and my situation 365 days ago. It's mind fucking blowing. So the amount of shit you can get done in a year without even really trying that hard, I shouldn't say that. I tried really fucking hard. I need to give myself the amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? The recognition that I deserve, because I did work my fucking ass off. And seeing that I was capable of working my fucking ass off is now so encouraging. So encouraging. But yesterday, I realized that I have been progressing so rapidly, and I don't want to start holding myself to an expectation that's unrealistic, because if I do that, I'm going to be disappointed in myself, and I don't want that to happen. I have 11 minutes. Oh, I've got 1 minute left of recording space, so I'm going to pause this bitch, and I'm going to go delete some shit, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, and we're back. I probably should have watched over the last thing that I said, because when I went to go delete stuff, I started reading emails and messages, and now I don't remember where I was. So I'm going to pause this again, and I'm going to go... I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we were talking about holding self to unrealistic expectation. Now, it is so easy to become disappointed in yourself when you don't accomplish something that you wanted to accomplish. Trust me, I totally get how that is. I have, on more than one occasion, bitten off way more than I could chew and then felt like complete shit because I wasn't able or capable at the time to pull off what I thought I could pull off. And there was a long period of time where I would have manic days because, as you guys know, I was diagnosed with borderline last year, and we're now today when I went to therapy, we're thinking about the fact that my diagnosis might have changed because I've been working really fucking hard. So we don't even know if I'm still borderline or if I ever was borderline, and I don't know. But anyways, that's a whole new fucking topic when it comes to... I'll have a rant about mental health and mental illness in the city and the treatment and how ridiculous this shit is. But anyways, fuck the title of the diagnosis, doesn't fucking matter. But there was one point in my life where I would have really high days. I would have so much energy, and I would have so much just so many encouraging ideas and all of these projects that I wanted to attack. And I would make these plans, and I would, be like, okay, who needs to be involved? What do I have to do to make this work? And I'd go out of my way, and I would figure it out, and then the day would come, and I would be so drained mentally, emotionally, physically, every way, shape, or form. I would be in a position where I couldn't leave bed. And being in that position, and then also realizing that you can't do the thing that you genuinely want to do, it just leads to more disappointment. And when you're feeling disappointed because you're not capable of doing the things that you want to do, then that just leads to more self-hate and a lot more depression and lows, and then you beat yourself up, and then you end up having more reasons to stay in bed. So we're not fucking doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I am allowing myself to have those moments and have those days where no matter how hard I fucking try to pick myself back up, it just isn't happening. But instead of allowing that to revolve around instead of revolving my entire day around that, instead, I've decided I'm not going to give it a time limit either, because sometimes it takes longer. Maybe I'll get to a point of being like, hey, 5-minute breakdown, that's it, get over it, let's do this. But right now, I've found that when you start to feel like you have no choice but to pull yourself together, that's actually when it becomes harder to pull yourself together. Because now you start panicking of like, oh, well, no matter what, I have to do this. And if I don't do this, well, then something terrible is going to happen. Like, no, that's not the case. You're allowed to go through this right now. You're allowed to feel like something bad's going to happen. You're allowed to panic and you're allowed to worry. But the longer you hold on to those feelings and the more attached that you become to those feelings and the more comfortable you become with that being your final outcome, the more often it's going to happen. and the more it's going to control your life, and the less likely you are to be able to break that pattern. And if you're not breaking that pattern, well, then you're just going to end up in the same position that you've always been in. So for me, seeing yesterday how much I began panicking and freaking the fuck out over the expectations that I held for myself for this new year. I'm like, oh my God, 2019, I have all these things that I need to do. Holy shit. I'm like on the phone with different schooling and different courses, and I'm going to all these new meetings, and I'm meeting all these new people that are all inspiring and crazy and making a huge change. And like, I don't know who the fuck I am anymore because I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I have never been this happy in my entire fucking life. I still have a lot of work. I still have my moments. I still have my fucking days. But it's hard for me to not feel detached from what I'm going through now in my life, because I have never even tasted or sampled anything firsthand like what I've been thrown into now. I'm 25 years old, I'm single, I am beautiful, I am kind-hearted, I am pure-spirited. I am living in an apartment that I would never expect myself to be living in. I've got a gorgeous view. I'm blessed enough to have a job that allows me to purchase the necessities that I need and furnish my place. I've got an adorable kitten that I've wanted my entire life. I've got all of these opportunities that are being brought to me that I'm so fucking grateful for. And right now, I am in the perfect position to jumpstart my life, jumpstart my career, jumpstart my relationships. And I'm so fucking excited that I'm becoming impatient. And I really don't want that to happen, but it is. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying my best to just enjoy the fact that I am so lucky. I am so blessed that I've worked this fucking hard to get here. And I just could not be any more thankful for everyone that's supported me and everyone who's encouraged me and everyone who pushed me when I thought I couldn't do things. Because really there were so many different, oh my gosh. Sometimes all it fucking takes is reaching out to someone when they're in need. And the amount of fucking support that I've been given from you guys is astonishing. And I know that I rant and I ramble about random shit that doesn't fucking matter sometimes because I just need some sort of outlet to get my thoughts out there. And hearing my words out loud, it helps reassure me that I'm not a fucking crazy person and I know what I'm doing, and I need that. So if you enjoy it, that's cool. If you don't, you can go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. If you don't, then don't watch it. It's as simple as that. I know putting myself out there is going to create judgment. I know sometimes I'm going to say things that is going to fucking piss somebody off. I know sometimes I say things that in the moment it is what I mean, but then once I do more research or once I step back and I stop having an emotional reaction, I regret saying. There are some very insensitive things that I've said in the past, and I'll probably say insensitive things in the future, but I mean, if I'm wrong, enlighten me, or get upset about it, be offended, have a conversation about it. That's totally cool by me. But once you start coming at me with an attack, I'm not in a place where I'm gonna feel obligated to defend myself anymore. You wanna fucking believe what you wanna fucking believe? That's cool by me. I know that my intentions are pure. I know that maybe sometimes if I challenge you and your beliefs or your lifestyle, you're going to be unhappy about it, but I still believe what I fucking believe, and I'm going to keep putting that out there because I'm so disappointed in the fact that we live in a day and age where our fucking egos are so big that we're afraid to say anything wrong. And there's so many fucking problems with that because now we've got people that are too scared to even have their own personality out loud because they don't want to upset somebody. Now, when we're able to open up and say things that are on our mind freely, it opens up the opportunity to learn, grow, teach, explore, understand. So many positive things happen. And if we're all taking that step back and building up a wall and forcing this like fake altered persona onto what we're supposed to be or what's acceptable. Walking on eggshells with literally fucking everyone that you meet, that's not okay. And if you want to do that, that's fine, but that doesn't honor who I am as an individual, so I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna keep saying what's on my mind, what I think, what I believe, and you guys can keep challenging me, and I really do appreciate it. Just do it in a way that's productive, and I'll put more effort into not taking things personally, because I know that I'm still guilty of that on occasion, but it's something that I'm working on, and I can't be fucking perfect, you guys. I'm a young woman and I'm doing my best. That's all I can do. That's all anybody can do. So be fucking patient and be fucking understanding with each other. But yeah, so basically my day, that was a pretty long video, but my day ended up being a lot of just reassuring myself of what I already know and continuing down a path towards true happiness and healing and creating positive change and continuously being my raw and unfiltered, genuine self. I think that's important, and I won't be made to feel wronged for that. I won't be made to feel guilty or shamed for that. And that's basically all I have to say is I'm just going to keep moving forward. I'm going to appreciate the position that I'm in right now. I'm going to learn how to be patient, and that's going to be very hard because I know what I want for the first time in my life. At least I think I do. And knowing what I want in my life and knowing that it's attainable, I need to bite off one thing at a time. And I think right now my biggest goal and my biggest accomplishment that I need to tackle is first and foremost my health. I'm still not feeling very well. I'm sick on a daily basis, and I really need to start prioritizing that, as well as my business. I am now finally, after 2-3 years of hauling fucking ass and being self-employed, I finally feel comfortable telling myself that not even telling myself, but accepting the fact that yes, I am a young entrepreneur. And I think that that title needs to be earned, and I think that there are so many people out there that just call themselves that because they have a fucking idea for like an app that already exists. But yeah, I'm finally starting to feel comfortable and confident in myself and my abilities to move forward and take the next steps that I need to as a businesswoman and as an individual. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So see you later self, for whoever's watching. I'm mostly just making these videos so that I can look back on them one day and laugh at myself and maybe gain some clarity or reassurance that future me might need on a day that I'm having not so great thoughts, because that still happens. I'm still a human and I still have my battles that I need to face. So yeah, I just need to start focusing my energy on things that are going to progress me forward, and to not hold on to maybes or what ifs, and to not stress about the future as much. Just take one day at a time and do what I can with what I'm being given. That's about it. Love you, future me, and those who care enough to watch. I'm really not that interesting, but I appreciate it. Bye!